Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today's lesson is division using the standard algorithm lesson 2, which is again not in SWINE. So lesson 1, we learned how to do the standard algorithm with single digit divisors. Today we're going to practice using not the area model, the standard algorithm, again using two-digit divisors, because remember what I said in 5th grade, most of our questions are going to have two-digit divisors. Okay, now again, remember from last night's video, I said the standard algorithm is going to be an option to you. You can continue to use the area model if you prefer that for division, or if you wanted to use this one, you could use this as well. Or on a test, you could even use both to check them. So we don't have new vocab or notes or steps. You just can refer to last night's video. Okay, so what this looks like, it's going to be very similar to when we did the area model. With two-digit divisors, we're going to have the same kind of steps, except now we're going to need to do some actual side work again. So my first problem looks like this. I might rewrite it in my own handwriting because I usually prefer that. So step 1, using the standard algorithm, is to set up your problem correctly. Step 2 is to write daddy, mommy, sister, brother. And then step 3 is to begin with the daddy or the division. So, can 15 fit into 8? No. Can 15 fit into 87? Yikes. Again, I don't have basic facts to help me, so I might just need to take a guess. So I might come over here on some scratch paper and try. If you really have no idea, 5 is always a good place to start. So 5 times 5 is 25, and I can put a 2 there. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. 75, that's pretty close. I could try 6 if I wanted. So 6 times 5 is 30, so I put my 0 and carry my 3. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 3 is 90. So 6 was too big. So what I see is 15 can fit into 87 5 times. So if I put the 5 here, that means 15 fits into 8 5 times. I need it here to say 15 fits into 87 5 times. So notice where the 5 goes, and I just divided. Now I already multiplied over here, but now I'm going to write it here. So 5 times 15 is 75. That's my multiplication. Now my subtraction is 7 take away 5 is 2. I'm getting 12. So I subtracted. Now I need to bring down. And I'm getting 126. So can 15 fit into 1? Nope. 12? No. 126? Yes, but how many times? So, again, I'm going to have to do some scratch work. I know it's going to be more than 6, so you could just try some numbers, but you definitely know it's going to be more than 6. So maybe you could try 7 if you wanted. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 3. Oh, might fit more than that. Let's try 8. 15 times 8. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 4 is 120. Okay, I don't think we're going to get closer than that. So I think 15 can fit into 126 8 times. So I'm going to write my 8 carefully on top of the digits. That was my division. Now I'm going to multiply. 8 times 15, and I already figured it out, is 120. So I multiplied. Now I'm going to subtract. I get 6, and now I'm going to bring down. And I'm not done, because remember, each digit needs a digit on top. Not the beginning, but at the end it does. So 15 can fit into 60. Well, notice my scratch work. 5 was too big, so it's going to probably have to be 4. 4 times 5 is 20, so I put my 0 and carry my 2. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. So it is 4 times. So I just divided. Now I'm going to multiply. 4 times 15 is 60. Now I'm going to subtract. And now when I go to bring down, there's nothing else plus my last digit has a digit on top. So I'm done. And that's exactly what it looks like. Okay, so similar to single digit, except now again we have all this scratch work or side work. But when you did the area model, you had the same side work. So this one's not more work or really less work than the area model. It's just kind of up to what you feel comfortable with. Okay, so let's try another one. So again, my first step is I need to set it up correctly with my divisor outside and my dividend inside. Step 2 is write daddy, mommy, sister, brother. And then step 3 is I just get started. So can 21 fit into 3? No. Can 21 fit into 34? Yes. And you probably can figure this one out. It's just going to fit in one time. So notice where I put the 1. It can't go there because if I put it there, it says 21 fits into 3 one time. That's not true. 21 fits into 34 one time. So I divided. I'm going to multiply 1 times 21. Now I'm going to subtract, and I get 4, take away 1 is 3. I'm getting 13. I'm going to bring down. Okay, so this is where I need to do some side work now. Remember I said if you have no idea where to start with 5. 5 is a good spot to start with. So will 5 work? 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. Think I can get closer? Let's try a bigger number. What about 6? 6. Ooh, I got closer. Do you think I can get closer? I don't think so. I think if I try 7, it's going to be too big. So I think it's definitely 6. So I just divided. Now I'm going to multiply. 6 times 21, I already solved it, is 126. Now I'm going to subtract. I can't, so let's borrow. I'm getting 4. Now I'm going to bring down. Okay, now I'm back because remember this last digit needs a digit on top of it. So 21 can fit into 42. I know that one's 2. So I divided. Now I'm going to multiply. 2 times 21 is 42. I multiplied. Now I'm going to subtract and I get 0. I go to bring down. There's nothing left. Plus my last digit has a digit on top, which means I'm done. Okay, so let's try some. All right, so what does this look like? Ready? So step 1 is you're going to set it up correctly. Step 2 is I'm going to write daddy, mommy, sister, brother. Daddy, mommy, sister, brother. And then step 3 is I'm going to start, and I'm just going to follow this. So, from on daddy, divide. Can 32 fit into 7? No. Can 32 fit into 78? Yes. I can figure this one out in my head because I know 30 plus 30 is 60. So that's going to get me pretty close to here. And 30 plus 30 plus 30 is 90. That's going to get me too much if I do 3. So I know it's going to be a 2. Notice where I'm putting my 2 on top of the 78. So I divided. Now I'm going to multiply. If you can't do that in your head, you can come over here and work it out. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. So it's 64. Now I'm going to subtract. I'm getting 14. Now I'm going to bring down, and I'm getting 144. And then I go back and start over. Can 32 fit into 1? Nope. 14? No. 144? Yes. Well, it's going to be more than 2 times, so you could try 3 if you wanted. You could say, what's 32 times 3? I'm getting 96. We could try that. Let's see if we can get closer. I'm getting 128 for 4. Maybe try 5. 5, I'm getting 160. That's too big. So it must be 4. So let's put our 4. So I divided. When we multiply, we got what? 128. So I multiplied. I'm going to subtract now. And I'm getting 4. Take away 8 I can't do. So let's borrow. 14 take away 8 is 6, 3 take away 2 is 1. And let's bring down, because I subtracted, now I'm at bring down. Okay, the nice thing is, sometimes your side work helps you. I don't have to do it again, because I already have the 5 there. So 32 does not fit into 1, does not fit into 16, but it fits into 160 5 times. So I divided, and I'm going to multiply. 5 times 32 is 160. I'm going to subtract, I get 0. And there's nothing to bring down, but more importantly, my last digit has a digit on top, which means I am done. Okay, let's try our last one together. Okay, this one they did not set up correctly for me, so I need to remember that my divisor goes outside, my dividend goes inside. So that's step 1. Step 2 is daddy, mommy, sister, brother. And then step 3 is just get started. So can 30 fit into 6? No. Can 32 fit into 62? Yes. And you might be able to figure this out in your head. I know 30 plus 30 is 60. So I know it's going to be 2 times. Notice where I put the 2. Not here, but here. Okay, now I'm going to multiply. 2 times 30 is 60. Now I'm going to subtract, and I get 2. And I'm going to bring down, and I get 24. 30 can fit into 2? No. 30 can fit into 24? No. It can't fit in at all, which means it fits in 0 times. So I divided, and now I still multiply. 0 times 30 is 0. Now I'm going to subtract, and I get 24. And now I'm going to bring down. 30 can fit into 240. It definitely cannot fit into 2 or 24, but it does. So this you might be able to use that 0 trick and figure out what, or if you remember from our other lesson a few lessons ago, it's going to be 8 times, because what is 30 times 8? Well, 3 times 8 is 24, and then add a 0. So it's 8 times. So I just divided. I'm going to multiply. 8 times 30 is 240. I'm going to subtract, and I go to bring down, and there's nothing to bring down, but again, more importantly, my last digit has a digit on top. So my answer is 208. Okay, so you could look back at your area model and compare your area model with this and decide for these 2 problems, they were the same in the area model one, which one did you feel better with? Do you feel better with the algorithm or the area model? Again, there's no preference. You can choose whatever you feel best with. All right, have a nice night. Make sure to do your homework and rate yourself. Good night.